Hello friends! Waving Sparkles, welcome back to our coin collection channel. Today we are going to explore two amazing and historic U.S. state quarters. The 1999 Connecticut State Quarter featuring the famous Charter Oak, and the 2005 Kansas State Quarter featuring the American Bison and Sunflower. Sparkles, these beautiful quarters are more than just coins. They tell fascinating stories about American history, state heritage, freedom, nature, and national pride. In this video, we will take a close look at their designs, inscriptions, historical background, mint details, collectible value, and the unique stories behind each coin. So sit back, relax, and join us as we discover the history and beauty of these remarkable United States quarters. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more exciting coin collecting videos from around the world. Globe Sparkles, let's get started. Rock it! The 1974 D Washington Quarter is a classic American coin that was struck at the Denver Mint and carries the famous inscriptions United States of America, E Pluribus Unum, Liberty, and In God We Trust. This quarter belongs to the long-running Washington Quarter series that began in 1932 to honor the first President of the United States, George Washington. The obverse side features a left-facing portrait of Washington designed by John Flanagan, while the reverse displays a majestic eagle with outstretched wings perched on a bundle of arrows surrounded by olive branches, symbolizing both military strength and peace. The letter D mint mark found on the coin indicates that it was produced at the Denver Mint in Colorado. During 1974, millions of these quarters were minted for circulation, making them common in everyday commerce across the United States. The coin is composed of a copper-nickel-clad alloy, with an outer layer of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core. It weighs approximately 5.67 grams and measures 24.3 millimeters in diameter. The inscription E Pluribus Unum, meaning out of many one, reflects the unity of the American states, while Liberty and In God We Trust emphasize values that have appeared on United States coinage for generations. The year 1974 was an important period in American history, marked by significant political, economic, and social developments. As a result, the 1974 D Quarter serves not only as a piece of currency, but also as a historical artifact from that era. Collectors often seek examples with strong strikes, original mint luster, and minimal wear. Although circulated examples are generally worth only face value or a small premium, uncirculated specimens can be more desirable, especially those graded in high mint state conditions. Coins showing exceptional preservation, attractive tunning, or rare minting errors may command significantly higher prices among numismatists. The Washington Quarter series remains one of the most collected coin series in the United States because of its historical significance, beautiful design, and long production history. The 1974 D issue represents a period before the bicentennial quarter redesign of 1975-1976, making it part of the traditional eagle reverse era. Many collectors enjoy assembling complete Dayton mint sets of Washington quarters, and the 1974 D coin is an essential piece in such collections. Even though it is not considered a rare date, it remains a popular coin among beginners and experienced collectors alike. Its enduring design, connection to American heritage, and widespread circulation make the 1974 D Washington Quarter a fascinating and recognizable coin that continues to be appreciated by coin enthusiasts around the world. The 1974 D Washington Quarter also reflects the evolution of United States coinage during the 20th century. Earlier Washington quarters, minted from 1932 through 1964, were composed of 90% silver, but rising silver prices led the U.S. Mint to transition to a copper-nickel-clad composition beginning in 1965. As a result, the 1974 D Quarter contains no silver, yet it remains historically important as part of the modern clad era of American coinage. The coin's durable composition allowed it to withstand heavy circulation, enabling millions of Americans to use it daily for purchases, transportation, vending machines, and other transactions. Because of this extensive circulation, many surviving examples show signs of wear, including smoothing on Washington's hair, cheek, and the eagle's feathers on the reverse side. Collectors often examine 1974 D quarters for potential mint errors and varieties. While most examples were produced according to standard specifications, some coins display interesting characteristics such as off-center strikes, die cracks, clip planchets, or double die features. These unusual pieces can attract significant interest from collectors because they are much scarcer than regular circulation strikes. Error coins provide insight into the minting process and demonstrate how small production mistakes can create unique collectibles. The Denver Mint, which produced the 1974 D quarter, was one of the busiest facilities in the United States mint system, striking millions of coins annually to meet the nation's demand for circulating currency. Another fascinating aspect of the 1974 D Washington quarter is its connection to American culture and commerce. During the 1970s, quarters were commonly used in arcade games, parking meters, public telephones, laundromats, and vending machines. For many Americans, the quarter was one of the most useful denominations in daily life. As a result, coins like the 1974 D quarter passed through countless hands and became part of everyday experiences across the country. Today, finding a well-preserved example in circulation is increasingly difficult because many have been worn down through decades of use. This makes high-grade, uncirculated specimens especially attractive to collectors seeking coins with original mint brilliance and sharp details. The design of the Washington quarter has become one of the most recognizable images in American numismatic history. John Flanagan's portrait of George Washington was inspired by a bust created by French sculptor Jean-Antoine Houdon in the 18th century. The portrait captures Washington's dignity and leadership, qualities that have made him a lasting symbol of the United States. On the reverse, the heraldic eagle conveys strength, freedom, and national pride. Together, these elements create a balanced and timeless design that remained largely unchanged for decades. The 1974 D quarter therefore serves as a reminder of both America's history and the artistic traditions of its coinage. For modern collectors, the 1974 D Washington quarter offers an accessible entry into coin collecting. Because large numbers were minted, examples can often be found at affordable prices, allowing collectors to focus on quality and condition rather than rarity alone. Many enthusiasts search for coins with full mint luster, strong strikes, and minimal contact marks. Certified high-grade examples graded by professional services can command notable premiums, especially those approaching the finest known condition. Whether collected as part of a Washington quarter set, a Denver mint collection, or a broader United States coin collection, the 1974 D quarter remains a fascinating piece of American numismatic history that continues to connect collectors with the nation's past. The 1999 Connecticut State Quarter is one of the most famous coins in the United States Mint's 50 State Quarters program. The coin bears the inscriptions United States of America, Liberty, In God We Trust, Connecticut 1788, the Charter Oak, 1999, and E Pluribus Unum. Released in 1999, this quarter honors Connecticut as the fifth state to join the Union on January 9, 1788. The coin quickly became popular among collectors because of its beautiful design and the fascinating historical story represented on its reverse side. The obverse features the familiar portrait of George Washington, while the reverse showcases the legendary Charter Oak, one of the most important symbols in Connecticut history. The quarter has a face value of 25 cents and was struck in a copper-nickel clad composition, weighing approximately 5.67 grams with a diameter of 24.26 millimeters. The charter oak depicted on the reverse side represents a remarkable event in colonial American history. According to tradition, in 1687 Connecticut colonists hid their royal charter inside a large white oak tree to prevent it from being confiscated by Sir Edmund Andros, the Governor-General of the Dominion of New England. The charter guaranteed important self-governing rights for the colony, and hiding it helped preserve Connecticut's political independence. The tree became a powerful symbol of freedom, self-government, and resistance to outside control. Although the original charter oak fell during a storm in 1856, its legacy continues to inspire the people of Connecticut. By placing the charter oak on the state quarter, the United States Mint celebrated a story that highlights the values of liberty and democratic government that are central to American history. The inscriptions on the coin carry significant meaning. United States of America identifies the issuing nation, while liberty reflects one of the founding ideals of the country. The phrase, "In God We Trust," serves as the national motto of the United States and appears on all modern American coins. E pluribus unum, meaning out of many one, symbolizes the unity of the states within a single nation. The date 1788 marks Connecticut's admission to the Union, while 1999 commemorates the year the quarter was released. Together, these inscriptions transform the coin from a simple piece of currency into a miniature monument to American history and heritage. Collectors appreciate the 1999 Connecticut Quarter because it was among the first coins released in the highly successful 50 State Quarters program. This program sparked widespread interest in coin collecting across the United States and encouraged millions of people to search for quarters representing each state. Many families, students, and beginning collectors assembled complete sets, making the series one of the most successful numismatic programs ever created by the U.S. Mint. The Connecticut Quarter was produced at the Philadelphia Mint and Denver Mint for circulation, while special proof versions were struck in San Francisco for collectors. High-grade uncirculated and proof examples are especially valued for their sharp details, brilliant surfaces, and attractive appearance. The artistic design of the Connecticut Quarter highlights the beauty and strength of the charter oak. The tree's broad branches and detailed leaves symbolize endurance, stability, and growth. The image also reminds viewers of the role that Connecticut played in the development of American democracy. Through a simple yet elegant design, the coin connects modern Americans with an important chapter of colonial history. Even decades after its release, the Connecticut State Quarter remains a favorite among collectors because of its historical significance, educational value, and striking visual appeal. It serves as a lasting tribute to Connecticut's proud heritage and the enduring ideals of freedom, self-government, and unity represented by the United States of America. The 1999 Connecticut State Quarter occupies a special place in modern American numismatics because it was part of the first year of the historic 50 State Quarters program. When the program began in 1999, it transformed coin collecting into a nationwide hobby. Millions of Americans started checking their pocket change for newly released state quarters, and the Connecticut Quarter became one of the earliest designs to capture public attention. Its reverse design was selected to reflect a symbol that every Connecticut resident could recognize and take pride in. Unlike many commemorative coins that celebrate individuals, the Connecticut Quarter honors an event and a symbol deeply connected to the state's identity and its long tradition of self-government. The charter oak itself became one of the most legendary trees in American history. For generations, schoolchildren learned the story of how Connecticut citizens protected their colonial charter from being seized by royal authorities. Whether every detail of the story is historically precise or partly based on tradition, the charter oak became an enduring emblem of liberty and resistance against unjust power. The tree represented the determination of Connecticut's people to preserve their rights and freedoms. Even after the original tree was destroyed by a storm in the 19th century, pieces of its wood were preserved and crafted into commemorative items, ensuring that its legacy would continue for future generations. From a technical perspective, the Connecticut Quarter demonstrates the high standards of modern United States mint production. The coin was struck on a copper core covered by outer layers of copper-nickel alloy, giving it durability and resistance to wear. The edge of the coin reveals the copper core as a distinctive reddish stripe. Because hundreds of millions of Connecticut quarters were produced, they remain relatively common in circulation. However, collectors seek examples with strong strikes, clean surfaces, and exceptional preservation. Coins graded in the highest mint state categories can command premiums because finding flawless examples becomes increasingly difficult as contact marks and handling imperfections reduce the number of top-quality specimens. The Connecticut Quarter also serves as an educational tool. Through a single coin, people can learn about colonial America, the development of democratic institutions, and the historical significance of Connecticut's charter. Teachers and historians often use the State Quarters program to introduce students to the history of individual states. The charter oak design encourages curiosity about the events that shaped early America and demonstrates how coins can function as miniature history lessons. Unlike textbooks that may be read once and forgotten, coins circulate widely and continually remind people of the stories and values they represent. Many collectors enjoy assembling complete sets of state quarters, and the Connecticut issue remains an essential component of those collections. Some enthusiasts collect both Philadelphia and Denver mint versions, while others pursue proof strikes or specially packaged mint sets. Error coins, including off-center strikes, die cracks, and other unusual minting varieties, are particularly sought after because they add rarity to an otherwise common issue. These varieties can attract significant attention within the numismatic community and provide additional opportunities for research and collecting. Today, more than 2 decades after its release, the 1999 Connecticut State Quarter remains one of the most recognizable coins in the entire State Quarters series. Its combination of historical significance, artistic beauty, and symbolic meaning continues to attract collectors around the world. The image of the charter oak stands as a reminder of courage, independence, and the preservation of constitutional rights. As a result, the Connecticut Quarter is far more than 25 cents in currency. It is a lasting tribute to the history of Connecticut, the ideals of liberty, and the enduring spirit of the United States of America. The 2005 Kansas State Quarter is one of the most distinctive coins in the United States Mint's popular 50 State Quarters program. The coin bears the inscriptions United States of America, Liberty, In God We Trust, Kansas 1861, 2005, and E Pluribus Unum. Released on August 29, 2005, this quarter commemorates Kansas as the 34th state admitted to the Union on January 29, 1861. The obverse features the familiar portrait of George Washington, while the reverse showcases 2 important symbols of Kansas, the American bison and the sunflower, the official state animal and state flower. These images were carefully chosen to represent the natural beauty, wildlife, and agricultural heritage of Kansas. The coin was minted for circulation at both the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint, while proof versions were produced at the San Francisco Mint for collectors. The reverse design of the Kansas Quarter captures the spirit of the American Great Plains. The majestic bison, often referred to as the buffalo, stands proudly beneath a blooming sunflower. The bison once roamed the plains of North America in enormous herds numbering in the millions, and played a crucial role in the lives of Native American tribes. By including the bison on the coin, Kansas honors both its natural history and the importance of wildlife conservation. The sunflower, meanwhile, symbolizes the state's agricultural richness and vast fields that bloom across the Kansas landscape. Together, these elements create a design that reflects strength, resilience, and the enduring connection between the people of Kansas and the land they inhabit. The inscriptions on the coin carry deep national significance. United States of America identifies the issuing nation, while liberty reflects one of the core principles upon which the country was founded. In God we trust, the national motto of the United States, appears on the obverse side of the coin. The phrase e pluribus unum, meaning out of many one, symbolizes the unity of the states within the nation. The date 1861 marks Kansas's admission to the Union, while 2005 commemorates the year the quarter was issued. These inscriptions connect the history of Kansas to the broader story of the United States and highlight the values that have shaped the nation. Kansas has a fascinating history that extends far beyond its statehood date. Before becoming a state, the region was home to numerous Native American tribes and later became a key area of westward expansion. During the mid-19th century, Kansas was at the center of national debates over slavery, earning the nickname Bleeding Kansas because of violent conflicts between pro-slavery and anti-slavery settlers. These events played a significant role in the tensions that eventually led to the American Civil War. By joining the Union in 1861 as a free state, Kansas became an important symbol of the struggle for freedom and self-determination. The Kansas State Quarter serves as a reminder of this important chapter in American history and the state's contribution to the development of the nation. From a numismatic perspective, the 2005 Kansas Quarter is highly popular among collectors. Millions of examples entered circulation, making the coin accessible to both beginner and experienced collectors. However, high-grade uncirculated specimens with strong strikes and minimal contact marks are much more desirable. Some Kansas quarters have become famous for minting errors and varieties, particularly the so-called "in God we rust" error, which resulted from grease-filled dies obscuring part of the letter T in the word trust. These unusual coins attracted widespread attention and became sought-after collectibles. Today, the 2005 Kansas State Quarter remains one of the most memorable and historically meaningful coins in the State Quarters program, celebrated for its beautiful design, historical significance, and representation of the natural heritage of Kansas and the United States of America. The 2005 Kansas State Quarter is more than just a circulating coin. It is a miniature tribute to the history, culture, and natural environment of Kansas. When the United States Mint selected the design, great care was taken to choose symbols that would immediately be recognized by residents of the state. The American bison represents the untamed beauty of the Great Plains and reminds people of a time when vast herds traveled across the central regions of North America. During the 19th century, bison populations declined dramatically because of overhunting and habitat loss. Today, conservation efforts have helped preserve this iconic animal, making its appearance on the Kansas Quarter a symbol of both history and environmental stewardship. The sunflower is equally important to the identity of Kansas. Known as the Sunflower State, Kansas adopted the wild sunflower as its official state flower because of its abundance across the state's prairies and farmlands. The bright yellow flower symbolizes warmth, growth, optimism, and agricultural prosperity. Kansas has long been one of America's leading agricultural states, producing significant quantities of wheat, corn, sorghum, and livestock. The inclusion of the sunflower on the quarter highlights the importance of farming to the state's economy and culture. Together, the sunflower and bison create a design that captures the essence of Kansas in a simple yet powerful way. From a historical perspective, Kansas played a crucial role in shaping the United States during the 19th century. The territory became the focus of intense political conflict over whether slavery would be permitted within its borders. The resulting violence, known as Bleeding Kansas, became one of the most significant events leading up to the American Civil War. Settlers, activists, and political groups fought for control of the territory, making Kansas a battleground for competing visions of the nation's future. When Kansas entered the Union as a free state in 1861, it represented a major victory for those opposed to the expansion of slavery. The Kansas State Quarter indirectly commemorates this important legacy by honoring the state's admission to the Union and its place in American history. Collectors often appreciate the Kansas Quarter not only for its design, but also for its unusual mint errors. One of the most famous is the "In God We Rust" variety, where grease inside the die caused part of the letter T in the word trust to disappear. This accidental error created a humorous and memorable variation that quickly attracted attention from collectors and the media. Other minor varieties and striking errors have also been discovered, making the Kansas Quarter an interesting coin for those who enjoy searching through circulation finds. Error coins often sell for premiums because they are much scarcer than standard examples. The 2005 Kansas Quarter is struck in the standard modern United States clad composition, consisting of a pure copper core bonded between outer layers of copper and nickel. The coin weighs approximately 5.67 grams and measures 24.26 millimeters in diameter. Although hundreds of millions were produced, finding examples with perfect surfaces and exceptional mint luster can be challenging. Professional grading services evaluate these coins based on strike quality, preservation, and overall appearance. High-grade specimens certified in mint state condition are particularly desirable among collectors who seek the finest examples available. Today, the Kansas State Quarter remains one of the most admired issues in the 50 State Quarters program. Its combination of wildlife, agriculture, history, and symbolism makes it a favorite among collectors of all ages. The coin serves as a reminder of Kansas's journey from frontier territory to an important American state. Whether viewed as a piece of everyday currency, a collectible item, or a historical artifact, the 2005 Kansas Quarter continues to celebrate the spirit of the Sunflower State and the enduring ideals represented by the inscriptions "Liberty," "In God We Trust," and "E Pluribus Unum." Through its beautiful design and rich historical connections, the coin preserves a unique chapter of American heritage for future generations.